Hello you guys, and welcome back to another video. I am so excited for this week's video because it's a little bit different than my usual vlog style, but I love this shit, honestly. Mid-year resets, any resets, monthly resets, yearly resets, you're speaking to my soul. Like, that is my jam. And I'm so excited that I'm like vlogging again, because now I'm like, okay, well, you guys can do this with me. And honestly, there's nothing more motivating for me personally anyway, when I am watching on YouTube like a mid-year reset or a monthly refresh or just some sort of like cleaning, clean out style video, because it motivates me to go and do that myself. So I thought, well, why not film me doing this and just my little tips and tricks for a mid-year reset, and hopefully it motivates you guys to do the same thing, because I just love it, having a fresh space. We're going through everything. We have a digital detox, life admin reset, cleaning, all of the things, and I'm just so excited because now we can start the second half of the year. First of all, that's crazy. What do you mean it's almost July? Anyway, now we can start the second half of the year in a fresh environment. Clean space, clean mind is everything to me, so I thought I would take you guys through my little mid-year reset routine. I have my laptop right here with my mid-year reset list, so I will insert a screenshot onto the screen here so you guys can take a screenshot or just like have that list with you, write it down, create your own little version of it, and we can go through this together, because there's truly nothing better. Honestly, truly nothing better than a clean space. The first little area that we're going to start with today is the digital reset. I feel like it's the easiest to tackle because you can pretty much do it while you're sitting down, or like it doesn't take a lot of energy. But this is cleaning out the photos on your phone. I don't know if it's just me, because I create content, I literally work in social media, so my phone gets backed up so quickly and so easily, and I pretty much have the highest amount of storage. But I do like to go through my photos, delete duplicates, delete photos that I've just taken 100 of. It's so cool now that on like an Apple iPhone, you can go into photos and you can go into duplicates, you can go into screenshots and delete all of those things. It makes it so much easier to go through and filter through your photos and delete what you know you're never going back to. All of those recipe screenshots, I know we all have on our phones, recipes that we've screenshot off of Instagram, off of TikTok, that we thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna go back and reference that, and we never do. Delete them, babe. You're not going back to them. Once you go through your photos, you then need to go through and remove any unused app. I'm pretty sure there's an app or like some sort of settings on an iPhone where this can actually automatically be done, but I don't have that, so I just go through and delete any unused apps, just to kind of, again, save on storage and just have a clean space. Once the phone compartment has been taken care of, you've deleted your apps, you've deleted your photos, you now move on to your laptop if you have one, because do not forget about this. Honestly, my downloads on my laptop and just my desktop, it can build up very quickly, and that is something that I also like to just clear out. It just saves on storage, especially now that I'm back filming YouTube videos. They take up a lot of storage on my computer. So I just like to go through and always clean it up. It's so easy. It's really not hard. But I feel like sometimes we just forget about cleaning up our downloads and our desktop and all of that. So go through to your laptop and do that. Then also, if you use your laptop a lot for work, or if it's just like personal use, uni, whatever it may be, every time you go onto it, there's not files spread across the whole entire desktop, and it's a clean space for you to come back to. Now, my next thing may be a little bit niche. However, I highly recommend this. I think it does very much so depend on the stage of life that you're in, but update your budgeting spreadsheet. This is something that I actually personally do weekly, because we follow a budgeting spreadsheet, and it's essentially just to track your income and your expenses. So it's not, you know, to feel restricted and track every single cent, but it's actually just to ensure, and I have spoken about this in a couple of my YouTube videos, but it's just to ensure that you know where your money is going. A huge thing for me last year was to actually learn where my money was going, because I felt like I was bringing income in and then it was just quite frankly disappearing, and I was like, where are you at? So I started tracking my money, and I use the CoPlenty 2.0 yearly spreadsheet. I will try and link it in the description, but it is incredible, and it has honestly saved Declan and I thousands and thousands of dollars, because now we know where our money is going. And we do have combined accounts, so we track everything together. If you are in a relationship and like you don't have combined income, you just do it for yourself. Again, I think it is quite dependent on the stage of life that you're in. However, I do recommend, even if you're just someone who wants to get better at finances and knowing where your money's going, I think it is just the most incredible tool, because you can track every single cent. And that is essentially what I do. I track everything that comes in and I track everything that goes out. It's in an Excel spreadsheet, so you don't have to do any calculations yourself. It's all automated, which thank God, because math is not my strong suit. But you can even see here, like it has a pie chart of, you know, say 40% went to savings, 32% of your income went to bills, you know, X amount on subscriptions, and then same with expenses. So you can actually see where your money is going. I swear to God, this is like the biggest life hack when it comes to budgeting and finances, because the moment you see where your money's going and it's like, okay, I'm spending X amount of money on coffee every week, or I'm spending money on subscription services that I don't even use, it's actually so good to then go through and audit all of that, and you actually save so much money just based off of knowing where your money goes. Something that I really believe in is, if you're scared to look at your bank account, or if you don't look at your bank account because it like makes you anxious, or you just don't really track your money, I believe that you kind of have a fear around money, and then it kind of puts a limit and a block to what you can essentially earn or save or whatever it may be. So get to know your finances and it will change your world. Now, the last thing on the digital reset is updating my calendar. I don't know what you guys use, but I am an avid Google Calendar user. It holds my entire life, quite frankly. And I like to go through, because I put every single thing in my Google Calendar. When I'm exercising, when I'm working, appointments, bookings, my YouTube videos, every single thing that you would possibly think of for me to manage my life is in my Google Calendar. Because I do put so much in there, it really allows me to not have to hold it in my brain. Like, I don't want to have to carry unnecessary shit in my brain. So I put it in my Google Calendar and it does it all for me, which is amazing. If it's not something that you do, go through and update your calendar. And if you currently don't use a calendar, or you like a physical diary, honestly, there's no right or wrong, but I just love having every single thing in one place. So then I always have something to go back to when I'm trying to book appointments and whatnot. Especially now in my wedding season, I have so many wedding appointments and just little preps and things that I need to keep track of when invoices are due and all of that. So this calendar, it holds my life. Okay, moving on to the next component of this mid-year reset, and it's the life admin tasks, and these are probably the ones that aren't going to be very enjoyable. And I say that because the first one on my list here is prep and organize tax. No one likes doing their tax, but in Australia, that is our end of financial year, which means we need to prep everything for our end of financial year. I try and really maintain my tax throughout the whole year. To make this easy for myself, and a tip for you guys if you don't already do it, is I just create a folder in my email account called financial year 24-25 or 25-26, whatever it may be, and then I send all of the receipts, all of the invoices to that folder. So then by the time tax time comes around, I can just go through and log all of that. Equally, there is the MyGov app on your phone where you can actually log everything as it comes in, and I have tried to do that this year. I've done it with some things but not all of it, so my main source is going through that email folder and logging it all through there. Alternatively, if you go and see someone or whatever, it's just getting everything ready to have those meetings with your accountants to prep everything for your tax return, because it's that time of year. Next on my life admin list is review goals for the second half of the year. Now, I'm a huge goal person. That's not to say everybody has to be a huge goal person, but I actually do monthly goal check-ins with myself, and also weekly. It's actually booked as an appointment into my calendar. Pretty much everything that I just kind of am working towards, I do like to do a 6-month goal check-in. And this is especially important because I think in 6 months, it's a short amount of time, but it's also a long amount of time, kind of depending on the way that you look at it. And so much can happen in 6 months. And on that note, it means your goals can change. And I think I used to especially be someone who I would kind of get upset with myself if my goals changed or if I didn't achieve goals at the end of the year that I set for myself at the beginning of the year. But my problem was I never actually checked in with myself halfway through or 3 months through and be like, okay, is this actually something that I still want? Am I still aligning with these goals, or do I need to change them? Because it is okay to change them. I feel like, I don't know what it was, but I just never used to really want to change my goals because I felt like I had to achieve them. Otherwise, it was like I was a failure. So it was just something that I had to work through, but always like to take a 6-month review of your goals, especially like you might have achieved all of them in 6 months and now you can set a whole new lot of goals and achieve all of those things. Or equally, it's just to check in and maneuver your goals around and realize, okay, what is it that I do want? What is it that I want to focus on? What are we going to, essentially prioritize moving into the next 6 months of the year? Then the next thing is actually off the back of the goals is updating your vision board. Now, you might not have to update your vision board. You might not have a vision board. If you don't and it's something that interests you, go out and create a vision board for the last 6 months of the year, and it's just going to motivate you if you leave it in a space where you're constantly looking at it every single day. Mine's in my bedroom above my desk. Then I'm always looking at it, I'm always referencing it, and it's just like something to inspire you and motivate you. That's another thing that I also never used to like changing, was updating my vision board halfway through the year to align with my goals. So if your goals change, then you might want to change your vision board and just update it accordingly. Now, the next thing I have on here is source a new workout program / something to follow. I popped this in here because this is something that I've just done. I've kind of not long finished my half marathon program, and then I went through and did a 4-week program, and now I want something that's a little bit longer and a little bit more sustainable. So I've chosen an 8-week hybrid program. Again, I work at a health and fitness app, so this is very easily accessible for me. It's just kind of something that I want to do just to keep my routine up, honestly, and especially in the mid-year slumps. We all hit the mid-year slump and we just kind of lose our motivation, and I don't know, I never feel my best when I'm not moving my body and when I'm not prioritizing my health. And that was a really, really big thing for me last year, is I wasn't prioritizing my health and I wasn't thriving last year. This year, focusing on my health and my wellness and moving my body, even when I'm really busy, even when work's really busy and I have a lot on my plate, prioritizing this is so important for me, because I just noticed the biggest difference in my mental health and just my overall life satisfaction. If I'm not moving my body, I'm not feeling good in any way, shape or form. Getting back into routine in that, because that just sets the foundation for everything else in your life. And the last one for life admin is a routine audit. Mid-year is such a good time for this. Very similar to what I just said previously about finding a new program or workout class to follow. Routines shape your life, especially me. I am someone who thrives off of routine. So having a morning routine that I love and that actually motivates me and excites me to start my day is everything to me, and the same with the night routine. I often find that I struggle the most with the night routine because sometimes I do just want to, you know, scroll on my phone before bed, but lately I have not been sleeping well, and it's just really reminded me the importance of a nighttime routine and actually learning how to wind down. I think that's something that not a lot of us do. We actually get wound up when we're scrolling on our phone before bed, or we're doing something that actually activates our brain. It's doing the opposite of what we're meant to be doing. So finding a new night routine or morning routine, or just refining your current one, is so important. Go through and write your whole routine down on paper, in your notes app, whatever it is, and go through and figure out, what is it that I do like doing? What is it that I feel good doing? What makes me happy, and what actually is serving me in the best way possible? And then create your routine off that. And then equally to that, go through and figure out what's not serving me, what's draining me, what makes me feel bad. Audit your routines. Honestly, put it into ChatGPT. How do I audit my morning routine? How do I audit my night routine? Just create a stable foundation for you to come back to, because we as humans thrive off of routine. So when we nail that, everything else just feels so much more easier and more succinct and in flow, and it changes the game. Okay, now last but not least, we are moving on to the final component of the mid-year reset, which is cleaning, which you either hate it or you love it. I'm kind of someone that I love the satisfaction of it. I do it when I'm stressed, I do it when I'm anxious, when I have lots on my plate. I clean to make myself feel better. It's like a dopamine hit of a clean space, clean mind, pretty much everything that we're speaking to in this video. What I've got on this list is a little bit just overall bit of a deep clean of your environment. So my first thing in here is deep clean the inside and outside of your car. I'm yet to do this. It's currently raining as I'm filming this video, so my car's getting like a little bit of a clean on the outside, but I do need to go through and do a proper clean of the inside and outside. When I have a clean car, I just feel elite. I feel so good every time I hop in it. I just feel, you know, there's something about it. Next thing is cleaning the makeup brushes. Now, I am guilty of not doing this enough, quite frankly. I do not clean your makeup brushes enough. Honestly, I think you're supposed to do it monthly. It could even be more than that. I don't do that, and I don't even know. I don't remember the last time I cleaned my makeup brushes, and that I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed to say that. So I went through it and I cleaned them this morning because I've been consciously knowing that I need to do it for a while, but finding the time of when I don't wear makeup and just also when I can be bothered. Like, let's be real, that's the main thing, when I can be bothered to do it. Go through and clean your makeup brushes, and then off the back of that, clean your hairbrushes. I don't know if this is something that people do or don't do, but this is something that my mum always taught me, was make sure you clean your hairbrushes, because you literally comb through your hair every single day and you have like scalp buildup and all that gunk, and you don't clean your hairbrushes. So go through it, clean your makeup brushes, clean your hairbrushes, your scalp will thank you, your skin will thank you, and overall, you just feel better when everything is cleaner. Like, you can't actually deny that. The third thing on this cleaning list, which just honestly goes along with the entire theme of this video, it is deep clean your house. Whether you live at home, whether you don't live at home, help your parents clean your house, either clean the house yourself, just go through. And I'm just not talking like your weekly clean, your dust of the surfaces. I'm talking get into the nitty gritty, because it just makes you feel so good. I don't know if I'm the only one. Please comment below if I can't be the only one. Like, a clean space equals a clear mind, and you just feel so much better. So this is a really, really important one to me. I honestly like to do a really deep clean of my house monthly. I clean it every week, but just really, really deep clean the fridge, the oven, the washing machine. These are things that I don't do as frequently as I probably should, but cleaning out my fridge, I did it yesterday in my lunch break when I was working from home, and honestly, it just feels so good to have a clean space. How many times am I going to say that in this video? And then the last thing on this list is a clean out of the wardrobe. Now, this is something that I do very frequently. However, I did it this morning as well, so I'm going to take you guys through that now. If I'm being honest, I actually clean out my wardrobe so frequently, it's not even funny. And sometimes I actually kind of do myself a disservice because I go through it so often, and I am so brutal. Like, if I haven't worn clothes in a certain amount of time, or if it doesn't fit me, I donate it, I give it away, I throw it, whatever, because I'm just like, it's just sitting here and it's wasting space. And I actually only have literally this one side of this wardrobe. That's a lie. That is actually a lie. I have a whole second bedroom that is now like kind of filled with my winter things, and more so just like jumpers and jackets and trackies, because that takes up so much space, and Declan and I have like a half each, so I don't necessarily have a very big wardrobe. So I do like to filter through my clothes quite frequently. When does a wardrobe ever look pretty unless it's like a beautiful walk-in wardrobe? So this is a judgment-free zone, okay? I am a clean person, but wardrobes never look pretty. Let's tackle all my hanging things first, because to me that's just the easiest and the most approachable. This dish top, so nice, but I just don't wear it. My sister actually gave it to me when she did a wardrobe clean out, and I just haven't worn it. That's going to be in a maybe pile. I do not wear that. I also do not wear that. This is going to be my I don't wear pile. Fine. Tees. I feel like hangers are like hair ties. You can never find them. You always need more. So I'm keeping a pile of spare hangers. I do like this, but I honestly never know how to style it, and it's more of a winter piece because it's like a vest and it's knitted. I feel like it looks cute with jeans and like a white button-up shirt. However, I don't really have a nice white button-up shirt that I like. So I think it's time to go. That's unfortunate. I think this is time to go. I used to love this dress. I got it from Sabo when I worked there, and I wore it so much at work that it now kind of feels like a uniform, even though I haven't worked there in years. It's also a bit short. Actually, this would be probably good for Fiji though. We're going to Fiji for our honeymoon, so I'm actually gonna keep it. That's good. What even is this? I have no idea where this dress came from. It's cute though. It's just, we're in winter and these are like my summer pieces. You know your frontal lobe has developed when you really want to stop wearing cropped things, because that's time to go. Moving on to my drawers, honestly, I don't think there's going to be a whole lot in here because I go through it frequently, but let's just see what we think. These denim shorts can go. This is a really cute mini denim skirt that I thrifted. It's quite short on me. Ugh. I just get so, I don't know, I don't love wearing really short things, but it could be cute in Fiji. Let's just keep it and see. Just gonna tip everything out because I feel like that's the easiest way to go about it. Love this color, but they are so tiny, I think it's a no from me. Also love this color, but so tiny, so I'm gonna have to pass it on. And also this. They're cute, but they're just too short for my liking. Too short for my liking, clearly. Look how cute and colourful all my activewear shorts are. And this is everything we're going to get rid of. So 4 pairs. Moving on to crops. I've got lots here and I definitely don't wear all of these. So I know that I could probably do a pretty thorough clean out of this. Don't wear that. I don't really wear that. I don't wear that. Okay, honestly, very successful. This is what I'm throwing out. And then these are my 2 donation piles. So I feel like there's plenty here. And that wraps up my mid-year reset. Honestly, like I said, these are just things that I like to do to clean my environment, clean my mind, clean my space, physically clean my things, and just makes me feel like I can kickstart. It gives me that new year energy of kickstarting, and there's just something about, okay, 6 months to go, we're here, we're motivated, we're ready to show up in our best way that we can, and it just really, it sets the tone for the remaining 6 months of the year. So if you don't currently already do some sort of reset, even a monthly reset, I highly, highly, highly recommend, because it truly does change just your day-to-day. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please let me know down below, because it's a little bit different to what I usually do. However, these are the types of videos that I love watching because it truly just motivates me to do all of this myself. So I hope you're feeling motivated now and ready to tackle a mid-year reset. Like I said, I'll link anything that I kind of spoke about that I can in the description box. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this week's video, and I'll see you all next week. Bye guys.